Is this what it's come to at this point? That's not how you're going to go out, is it? That's how dark that this is going to get. You're going to get abused in your own house by the likes of Dillon Brooks. You're going to let dudes like that get over on you like that? Look, again, I know you're still ramping up, but my man, ramp it up. Because the team was winning without you. The team was just fine without you.
And now his play on the court is starting to decline. Father Time has caught up to LeBron. He's falling off. He's getting destroyed by Dillon Brooks, the person he doesn't like the most in the NBA. He went off on him. 10 straight shots by Dillon Brooks. Dillon was looking better than prime LeBron James. Jim Rome goes off on LeBron James for stat padding and getting destroyed by Dillon Brooks. Check out what he had to say, and then I'll come back with my comments.
So a streak. They kept the streak alive. He got to 10 points. A streak that I don't think anybody not named LeCap really cares about. But clearly, it's a really important thing right now to LeCap. And he can barely even clear that extremely low bar, seeing as to how he had to play 31 minutes to get his 10 points. Now, I know the dude's trying to ramp up. My man, you better ramp up fast because you're looking and playing like LeGramps right about now.
Yeah, LeBron looking turbo out there. To stat pad his way to 10 points, and it was a struggle. I called him out weeks ago, but people called me a LeBron hater because I said he only cares about stat padding and continue that streak. Almost 1,300 games, that's cool. Shout out to LeBron for stat padding, but this is where it really looks that noticeable. It's obvious. LeBron only cares about that streak. He doesn't care about the Lakers winning a championship. He knows this is his last season in LA. LeBron James is a selfish fraud.
LeGramps. And I know Dillon Brooks has always been extremely annoying, but he doesn't usually outscore LeGramps by 23 and beat his ass in his house. And there was this really weird moment in the game toward the end of the third quarter, too, involving both LeBag and Dillon, where LeBag seemed more interested in bagging it up with the Suns bench because he somehow got hooked by the bench. There was a lot of trash talking going on, and he seemed to be more concerned about what he had to say to that bench than actually playing the game. Check.
Yeah, he lost interest. He's not getting the ball. Luka's controlling the offense, and if Luka doesn't have the ball, Austin Reeves, he's controlling the offense. So LeBron has to play off ball, and he's not used to that. He's used to dribbling the ball up the court, initiating the offense, and his usage rate, being the highest on the team. Now that he doesn't have the ball in his hands, he's in the corner laughing it up with the opposing team. Bad look for LeBron. JJ calling him out, yelling at him, telling him to lock in. He had to call a timeout just to get LeBron James' attention. Again, LeBron James is a fraud, and J.J. Redick, this is his first time standing up to the phony GOAT, LeBron James.
Check this out. You can hear Farmer J.J. shout his name multiple times before having to call a timeout. And he still couldn't get LeBag away from the Suns bench. So maybe you heard that. If you're watching this, you can see it. Like, LeBron is still talking to the Suns, and JJ does not look amused at all. He's shaking his head. He's trying to get LeBron's attention. Like, LeBron. You can hear him. He's walking down the floor. He's screaming at LeBron, trying to get his attention. LeBron is like actually in the Suns bench, practically. So, JJ, if you're watching on the stream, he had to call timeout. He had to call timeout because LeBron was ignoring him. LeBron wouldn't listen. LeBron was too caught up and hooked, either in just kind of grabbing with Phoenix or hooked by all the junk they were talking. Damage. Either way, in the middle of this ass kicking, that's not a terrible look or anything. That is ignoring his coach, and his coach is screaming at him, trying to get his attention, and he's got to call timeout.
And that shows LeBron James never respected JJ. He only hired him because he wants to continue to have power over the coach and the Lakers organization. So LeBron James, he's been flexing his power with the Lakers the last 7-8 years. They capitulated to him. They did whatever he wanted them to do. They drafted Bronny. They hired JJ. They mortgaged away their young future for AD and Russell Westbrook. So he snaps his fingers and he gets his way, but knowing he can't get his way anymore, he allegedly faked the injury the first 14 games of the season. Just how that whole injury came about, the announcement of him missing games 2 weeks before the season started, started. That was a red flag. And then the fake retirement, the whole Henny thing. So that was another shot at the organization for not giving him that contract extension. So LeBron James, he's going out sad right now. He knows his time in LA is over after this season, but he's just moving bad. LeBron, he's better than this, but knowing that he controls the media and he doesn't care, he's showing that he's a phony GOAT and a selfish fraud.
Because he's not paying attention. Even apparently after the timeout, he was still going at it with Villain, way into the timeout. And of course, Villain had an amazing answer when they asked him about it afterwards. Like, this again is an incredible night for Villain. He's in LeBag's head. He's under his skin. He's outscoring him by a 20 plus. He's doing it all in LeBron's house, winning the game, hitting 10 in a row. All of a sudden now the guy's a bucket. So, of course, he couldn't wait to talk about it afterwards. And the media said, yo, what about that? What about tonight? Why were you acting the way you were? And why was LeBron acting the way he was? And kind of bring us up to date with this rivalry.
Obviously, you and LeBron have a history. What's going on in the bench there with him and you?
I'm a competitor, man. I don't really like the smiling and the giggling and all that. So, just letting them know that, I'm here and I'm still rising.
Was it so he took offense to you talking to him, or because he hung around?
Always. He likes people that that bow down. I don't bow down, so that either entices him or it aggravates him. Either or.
Hey, shout out to Dillon, keeping that same energy. Yeah, we can be competitive. We can have a level of sportsmanship on the court, but I'm not going to laugh and giggle with you, especially during live play. So not only was the bench laughing with LeBron, they were laughing at him, knowing that he's stat padding. They were probably talking junk to him like, you ain't going to continue that streak. Then he had to go out there and rain a three-point shot. That was probably his most clutch shot he had in his whole career, trying to stat pad that streak and keep it alive. So again, shout out to Dillon Brooks. Continue to stand on business. Yeah, people can talk about the playoff matchup he had with the Memphis Grizzlies and the Lakers eliminating them, but either way, Dillon Brooks doesn't care. He's not going to laugh and giggle with you, and Dillon Brooks is LeBron James' kryptonite.
Amazing. Preach. Preach, V. Preach, V. Man, could that guy be more right? Did you hear at the very end? LeBag likes people that bow down to him, and I don't bow down. He also added, quote, I don't like the smiling and the giggling crap on the court. And a reminder, quote, I'm still here, and I'm still rising, unlike LeGramps. Man, who knew that Villain could be such a legend? You hear all that, GOAT. Is this what it's come to at this point? That's not how you're going to go out, is it? That's how dark that this is going to get. You're going to get abused in your own house by the likes of Dillon Brooks.
And this is a sign that LeBron needs to retire. Don't go out this way, LeBron. You're already looking bad in media right now, saying certain things. Now you're starting to look bad on the court. So on and off the court, LeBron James isn't good right now. With the fake injury, with the fake retirement, going back and forth with Windhorst and Stephen A. Smith, and just saying things about the media, and now his play on the court is starting to decline. Father Time has caught up to LeBron. He's falling off. He's getting destroyed by Dillon Brooks, the person he doesn't like the most in the NBA. He went off on him. 10 straight shots by Dillon Brooks. Dillon was looking better than prime LeBron James. So again, LeBron, go ahead and retire. Go ahead and hang it up. It was a decent career. You stat pad your way to the history books, won a couple championships, jumped teams, recruited players, relied on Kyrie Irving to hit clutch shots. So again, he did what he did. He's a great GM, and he's a phony GOAT. You got your championships, you got your accolades, you got your billions. Leave LA, you're making the franchise look bad, and it's time for LeBron James to go.
On and off the floor? You're going to let dudes like that get over on you? Like that? Look, again, I know you're still ramping up, but my man, ramp it up, because the team was winning without you. The team was just fine without you, but they got blown out last night with you, and it was Dillon Brooks who was doing all the damage. And then you contributed stat padding in garbage time. That's all you did. Garbage. Which is not benefiting anybody or befitting of the GOAT, is it? Now, I'm not even spewing lava here. There was no reason LeBron needed to be in that game with the Lakers getting blown out by 25 with 6 minutes left, chucking threes to keep his 10-point streak alive. You don't have to be a LeBron-level basketball savant to figure that one out. The guy was not coming out until he got his 10 because for some reason that was a priority. But
yeah, everybody knows LeBron James was trying to stat pad. Even his Glazers are calling him out. LeBron is all over social media trending for stat padding 10 points, struggling to get 10 points and getting humbled and destroyed by Dillon Brooks. So again, LeBron, you're not going to be able to get away with it. The media, they're not bowing down. They're not kissing the rings. They know that you're going to be out the door, and they're standing up to the big bad media bully, LeBron James. LeBron James looking terrible right now. Last season in LA, not getting the ball. Luka's dribbling the ball at the court, handling the offense. Same with Austin Reeves. LeBron is just another player on the Lakers. He lost the power and he lost interest with the team. So he's just going to giggle with the opposing team and undermine his coach, JJ Redick, the person that he hired, his podcast partner. So with the lack of respect for JJ and the organization, LeBron James is going out sad. This will be his last season in LA, and he's the phony GOAT. He'll never be better than Michael Jordan.